welcome to our show. We are going to be talking about same and different for different kinds of plants. Our guests are Jade, who's a young jade plant. Hi! And Petunia, who's a mature, flowering petunia. Well, hello, it's a pleasure to be back, chicken. So we're going to be talking about the ways that Jade and Petunia are the same and the ways that Jade and Petunia are different. I'm going to give you an example. If we were going to talk about how Petunia and I are different, well, that would be pretty easy, right? Petunia has flowers and green leaves, and I have a yellow beak and a red wattle. So there's a lot different between Petunia and me. Now, let's take a look at Jade and Petunia. So Jade and Petunia are both plants, aren't they? So that's the same. What do you notice that's the same about them? Right, they both have leaves, and the leaves are green. Emily, can you move Jade a little closer to the camera? Sure. So you'll see Jade is covered by green leaves. And, thanks Emily, you can see that Jade also has stems that reach down from the leaves into the soil. Can you guess what's under the soil? Right, there are roots under the soil. And the roots bring the water from the soil up into Jade's leaves. Let's take a look at Petunia. Does Petunia have leaves and stems?
Oh, I should think so.
Of course. Here are the stems. That's the long, stick-like part. And these are the leaves. And down in the soil, Petunia, do you have roots in the soil?
Of course, but you're tickling me. My stems are rather ticklish.
Okay, sorry about that. So that's the same between Jade and Petunia. They both have stems, leaves, and roots. Now, let's talk about the differences. Kids, did you notice any differences between Jade's leaves and Petunia's leaves? Look at the side. Look at how thick Jade's leaves are. They're thick and shiny and kind of hard. Whereas Petunia's leaves, if you look at them from the side, they're a little bit fuzzy and really flat and thin, and you can easily bend them. Jade, why are your leaves so thick?
Well, I store water in my leaves, because where I live in nature, when I'm not in a pod in someone's house, where I live in nature, I live in the desert. There's not a lot of moisture there. So whenever it rains, I suck up the water through my roots, and I store it in my leaves. You could say I store it for a rainy day.
If I were in a place where it didn't rain much, I would just die. I'm not adapted to survive in such conditions. Whereas Jade, it seems, is. And that is the kind of condition she's adapted to survive in. So she stores water in her leaves.
So one more question about survival is, how do you both reproduce? How do you make more plants? Petunia, you've told us that you make seeds in your flowers, and in fact you showed us what had been a flower and is now producing seeds. How about you, Jade? I don't see any flowers on you.
I'm too young to make seeds. Only really, really old jade plants make seeds. And they have to really be living in the desert or something like it. It has to be very dry and cold at night. And then a jade plant will make a flower, and the flower will make seeds. But I'm way too young. Isn't that interesting? Thank you, Jade, and thank you, Petunia,
for sharing about the ways that you're the same and the ways that you're different.